early. Well, 2 hours to be precise, and a few minutes. But today I'm planning on getting a lot of stuff done on the world. Although, to just say, I am doing a new format, kind of, where after the stream I'll upload the full VOD to YouTube, and then I'll edit it down. Then tomorrow I'll edit it down into a 30-minute video that I upload to YouTube like the others. Um, but there's been a lot that happened between episodes. As an example, I died. Lost everything, including the Solium dagger that I worked so hard to get last time. So I added in a Graves mod. I think you can tell why. Um, Aside from that, I did upgrade the EMC farm a bit, although it's all going down today. I made a small hut, and yeah, so without further ado, hopping back on, I'm in the small house that I built between streams, and by small I mean I'm already planning on replacing it today. Um, but yeah, I also got some replacement weapons as everything was lost in the nether. The reason why I gone is because I was setting up work today. And yeah, this is my new EMC farm. And this is how much EMC I've made. I checked it earlier today to see what I can make that'll replace this, and I'm going to condense this all into a single block that is significantly more efficient. But yeah, today's whole stream is going to be dedicated towards upgrades. And for the end of it, I'm planning on it being upgrading my house by building a new one. And yeah. And well, things on my agenda include getting an Emmy system, which basically holds thousands of blocks and only like 3 needed. So it's just a bit useful. So I was looking around, and well, here was a sky meteor, where in the center is a sky stone chest, and if if you go in the middle, there's a sky stone chest, and it has inscribers. I got most of the ones that I needed, but I crafted the last one using my Certus Quartz farm that I made in between the prior 2 streams. So yeah, um, but I am planning on ending this at around the same time, being around ending at around 2 o'clock. So there's going to be a 4-hour long stream. Oh boy. But there is an Emmy system, Angel Ring, which allows me to fly, and Chunk Loader, which um uh gonna show you how it's useful. That 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 this group of mills are my power source. So I'm going to take something that I'm going to take, say, a resonator, Yeah, I accidentally shot out a window. Okay, oh, duh. Oops. See? This allows me to see the grid power when I hold it. So, if I just run in a random direction, see? The chunk deloaded, and now all the power that I got from it is gone. Which, what I'm going to be getting, which will allow me to fly, the angel ring, requires grid power. And something else that really shows the importance of a chunk loader is, again, you can see the grid power. I hop in the nether, and as soon as I pop out of the portal, boom, I have absolutely no power whatsoever. So outside of a certain range, or just in another dimension, the mills stop working. With a chunk loader, it doesn't matter where I am, it doesn't matter which dimension I'm in, this chunk will permanently be loaded. And unless if you use a ton of chunk loaders, which they're a pain to get, so I'm not going to worry about that. Unless you get a ton of them, it's going to be mostly safe, or it's not going to affect things like ticks and overall cause lag. Also, something that did change between sessions is that one, I actually moved my profile here so you can actually see what's on my shortcuts, which basically just means that no matter what is in here, I could just do this and I can see what I need for this. And something else is I moved this from here to here because, my face was originally covering it. So now it's just a bit of noise with the, and it's being covered a bit by the Twitch overlay, but I'm fine with that. But on the top right corner, you can actually see the amount of EMC I have in the system right now. So, gonna go continue farming this. Also, I did some changes and to reduce lag. That's odd. So hopefully you won't see any like OpenGL errors and stuff like that that'll cause slowdown. Why am I getting hurt? Okay. Uh, I don't see anything odd, so I'm just gonna do the reasonable thing and say ghost. So I actually did calculate before stream how much EMC a second I was getting out of that bulky farm, which is a whopping 72,000, which is a lot. For frame of reference, that's a diamond every second or so. Which is why the end goal were these red matter blocks, where their EMC individually is over 1,000,000. And I was able to get a few stacks of them. So I'm gonna die. And as you can see, the grave is pretty useful, as instead of all my stuff dropping into the abyss and probably being lost forever, all I gotta do is shift. Also, it only is highlighted when I hold the key, so just... Okay. I also did some work to make this look nice, despite the fact that I'm moving out of it, and it's just going to be left to time. I'm likely even going to move the ender portal. But yeah, one of the things I had to replace was actually my pickaxe. So I gave it haste, which requires redstone, and I gave it luck, which requires lapis. And luck is fancy for fortune, just like how haste is fancy talk for efficiency. Yeah, as a way to test and as a way to make sure that I don't do a ton of things off stream, I do have a separate survival world that is exclusively off stream. I might show you guys sometime as a point of comparison. Like, if I want to show how a machine works, I might hop on to show you an example of the machine working that I already built under similar circumstances. I started it a few days ago, and I'm already technologically around equivalent. I have a max haste pick, a battle tower, which is a generated structure from a mod, turned into a mob farm. Ooh, that was close. An angel ring, which is the item that I'm going to use to fly. And an Emmy system. Oop. So I think gonna head to my new home. I'm going to dump all of this into my Emmy system, aside from my ammo, because that's not EMC compatible for some reason. And now I have over 700 million EMC, which is a lot. So I think as a way to make it kind of fast is that I'm going to first make the chunk loader, and then I'm going to make the Power Flower Mark 6, which is the most expensive that I can afford because the step over requires over 1 billion. So I'm just a bit. I just don't have that. um, but this is already on par, slightly worse than that bulky mess. And it's equivalent of just, and it's just one block. So the first thing I need to make is purple matter, which the matters. All I have to do is this, and then go red, gives us magenta, which is tier 4. Pink is tier 5. And purple. That's the tier I'm looking for. So, relay and the collector. So, and then red. So I do that, and then I can turn these into pink matter. And then I take those and purple matter, and I can make the tier 6. Now, need 6 of the relays. Do that. And then this, this, there it is. Wait, does it require a Mark II? Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah. So I go, make this, and now when it goes, when the recipe thing goes, you can see that I currently have 219.33 million. I put this down, and now you can see that it's constantly generating EMC. Now, I already looked, and the only tree that I wouldn't have made was the Mark 1, because I wanted to, at the very least, break even. By that I mean, by that I mean it can generate enough EMC that within a day I can make a new one. Which sounds like it's kind of excessive, but yeah, that's the point. Okay, so with that, it also relies on. Do I have? Yep, I do have 2 villages. So, huh. It actually does stay loaded. That's nice. Okay, so now going to work on getting the you can tell I'm delaying it. I'm going to work on getting a chunk loader, and while I'm here, I'm going to set up for the angel ring. So, oh yeah, almost forgot. I need EXP. So, and the reason why it's important that I got the chunk loader in before I start working on the angel ring, it's because of, well, the simple fact that, well, how the angel ring works is that it evolves. You start off with a chicken based one, and then a squid based, and then you also have to get a squid for Mark 2. And for tier 3, you need to get a ghast and a bat. As you can guess, ghasts are native to the nether. The nether is not part of the overworld. I died originally because I was trying to take a soul vial, which allows me to capture a mob, being a good alternative to a golden lasso before I have one, because it doesn't have the restrictions golden lassos have. And it's honestly easier to make as it doesn't require XP. Which I can make the golden lasso right now, but I need 2 of them for the ow. Uh, So I lost the levels from that, which is fine. But yeah. Okay, so the best ores for XP are nether quartz and I believe lapis. I'm gonna hop back up, and now I'm gonna hop back in the nether so I can see if I can get some. Oh, it aggroes everything. So that's a downside of using guns, is that everybody will hate you for it. Which I understand. I'd be a bit irritated if somebody let out a shot right next to me. I believe I need 16 levels in total. Which makes it a bit tedious. Ooh, that's satisfying. But, yeah. Okay, I got 16 levels. A bit more XP wouldn't hurt. Gonna warp back to my portal. Go back in the portal. Go back in. Wait until the game loads. And also, with all the loading, in about a week or so, one of my friends is supposed to give the computer a bit of an upgrade, so it should run better. Which, yeah, how can I turn that down? And for fairly cheap, too. So, throw that in the powered furnace. And now, gonna work on getting the golden lasso, which, material-wise, a golden lasso isn't that expensive, but it requires levels to craft, as it's magic. Okay, the second one, gonna go in here and grab a drop of evil, which is a drop by a wither skeleton, to make a curse lasso. That's gonna be for a bit. So, I can't just capture the villager and put him in the crafting recipe. I have to actually have him sign a contract. He just did, and now he's mine. Now I can use him in a crafting recipe. I actually had to go and find another village, go to another village, which is when I found out because originally the village was here. So I was just wandering around to find chickens for the contract because it requires feathers, and I found a village just south. So I just slapped the contract in people's faces until somebody agreed. So I kidnapped him, and yeah, now I'm going to turn his soul into a stick. I'm completely moral in this situation. So, if I remember correctly, the chunk loading ward requires. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Goody. Ender Pearl, and then sticks. I'm already discussing the idea of having a modded SMP and using this mod pack, likely with a few added on, like proximity chat. Okay, so F3 and G shows me the chunks. Now, I could just put this, and now I'm going to grab uh actually I'm gonna get the first one, the chicken. So perfect. Now it requires those. If I remember correctly, 2 feathers, 4 iron, and yeah, this guy isn't useful, but I'm just guessing that he'll be useful in the long run because having an Enderman farm is a bit good. Throw the soul vial back here, and now the first level allows me to, when I press space in midair, I can glide. Of course, for only a short period of time, but it only works as long as it has power. See, it uses power. So if I hop in the nether, as I've shown with the resonator, there is no power here. But because I have the chunk loader, I now can glide. But now I'm going to go back in and immediately upgrade this. Oh, lag, I love you. So, I'm also going to grab a sword. Not for the squid. Squid can't do anything, I think. So, 2 diamonds, 1 ender pearl, and 4 ink sacks. So now, and you can immediately tell how this is useful for flight. It allows me to take off, but it's limited and I still take fall damage. Which, as you can guess, the next step, the final one, is going to fix it all. So I'm going to throw that up there. And I'm doing this because it's a bat, is one of the ingredients. So collect the bat. And it was a pain to get the bat initially. So throw those in there. Throw that in there. And now, you may be wondering why I got myself a sword. It's because I gotta get a ghast. And the thing with the ghast is that it is big. So it says that I have to lower its HP in order to capture it. And and I've tried this on my survival world without a weapon. Let's just say I had to replace everything that I had on me. So, there's a ghast. As long as it does not despawn, I should be fine to start going full Pokemon. Imagine if there was a mod that did have something akin to False Swipe. There we go. 1.5. So, uh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. And swerve out, and boom. Whew. Now, on that note, I'm going to head back to the portal and leave. And you may wonder, what is better than, this? Yes, it does have things like fall damage, but how can it get better? Well, so just got to get 2 bits of glass, I believe 4 bits of gold, and yep. So all I gotta do is throw those in there, and now instead of the wonky flight that I had before, now I just have creative mode flight. And I drop this. So, just gonna quickly boom, boom. No, not yet. Okay. Now I'm going to collect this, the tool station, so I can make a better one. And then I'm not going to buy any followers or viewers, things like that. I want to get them legitimately. Okay? Okay. The most that I'll deep down to is maybe trying to become friends with a streamer to work with them. But yeah, another thing is not just have creative mode flight, but a complete immunity to fall damage, which is good. So, now take Manolin, which is an alloy of cobalt and ardite, the 2 ores from the nether. And it's what I normally make. But I'm going to wait on that, because I'm actually going to make it out of a whole other material, one that's a pain to make because it requires a nether star. That doesn't mean I'm going to kill the wither. Far from it. I'm going to find a way around it. Because a nether star has an EMC value. Which means that this book applies. It requires 50 million, which I got. So I'm going to take 2 medium, 2 low, 2 high, book, And now I'm going to work on making these stars. So Mobius, Fuel, and Diamond. So, with this, I now have a star. Okay, so once I make the full version of the star, which I believe I'm at now, almost. The next step. Take that, and now I can take two of them, and now, and with a simple press, I may wonder, why did I do all that work for a book? Well, look at the stuff that I currently have learned. Now, I have a bit more. For you see, what I just made basically automatically learns everything in transmutation, which means I can even take down the transmutation table into the transmutation tablet, which means it doesn't matter where I go, I have transmutation. Along with the insane amount of EMC that I have, that means that I get a lot out of this. So, kill the creeper, because why not? Boom, boom. But, as I said, EMC. As I alluded to, Nether stars have an EMC value, which means I can pull out all the transmutation table now, which allows me to make something called Evil Infused. But it also requires quite a bit. Mainly requires an Enchanter, which I can make. Or at the very least, craft now. So with the Enchanter, I could take an enchanted book, some diamonds, and some iron. And now, all that I have to do is craft this. And now I have an enchanter. So I'm going to put you here as it requires RF. And that goes a completely different power source, being AE, and this one uses what was it called? Or something infinity. So just gonna boom micro infinity. That's the word. Okay. So I'm going to get a generator. Gonna get a... What's the requirements for these? So I cannot just pull a generator out of it. So I'm going to just make a furnace generator. Simple enough, or survival generator. Yeah, furnace generator. Simple enough to make. Furnace, machine, redstone, and iron. Okay. Throw those in there, and now it's getting power. So that means I can take a nether star, I believe it's 10. So I just take this. Ah. So I'm gonna just take care of those. So I'm going to guess that it's similar to a standard enchanting table. So gonna take These make a box out of bookshelves. Gonna plop that there. Okay, good. Gonna throw those in there. See? Now it's working. And once I get the evil infused, oh, I just realized I have to. So, how much is a large? Okay, sword, knife. Large sword is 8. So that means, or instead of that, oh, never mind. It's the perfect amount. Because evil infused is the strongest. As such, it's going to be my weapon of choice. So, it requires a large blade, pig iron plate, and a plate which I'm going to use an alloy for. So I'm going to get 2 patterns. One is going to be a large plate, and the other is going to be a large blade, or a large sword. So, gonna one here and here. Throw those in there. Throw those, and then I'm going to throw the first cast down. Okay. So I'm going. Those are for making casts for 2 of the parts. The other one, gonna use paper again for modifiers. That way I can make it unbreakable as soon as I can. Which requires. Does it require standard tool rods or tough tool rods? Of course, it requires tough tool rods. So I'm going to throw those to the side. Throw that in the trash. Throw that back in. And now. No. Tough tool rod. There we go. Going to throw those in there. And now, That's going to cast out for a large cast or large plate, and this will cast out into that. Now, the next material I want to make is called pig iron. Yes, I'm not kidding. The reason why is that its stat, along with being unbreakable, is overpowered. So I'm going to take clay. Gonna take 5 bits of clay. Iron. Gonna take 2 blocks. And flesh. Those. Now, with those, I'm going to throw these in here, where the idea is that they alloy together into pig iron. So, gonna wait until gonna go back in the old cave or old bunker for, and I'll be right back. I really have to go to the bathroom. Gonna use the E key to pause instead of the start because that would pause the whole world. So, pausing that and switching over to be right back, and I'll be right back when I'm done with the bathroom, okay? Okay. Really sorry about that. I'm sitting back down. I had to go to the bathroom. Sorry about that. Um, gonna hop back in the game, and now everything should have finished melting, and yeah. Now I should have some fresh pig iron. Okay, I have 5, which is not enough. So I'm going to throw 3 bits of rotten flesh in here. And it should alloy down. So I have, yep, 8 ingots. Good. I'm going to make the plate out of pig iron. And yeah, I'm going to throw away my apples. Because the big thing of the pig iron is that it's tasty, which means that I can right click while holding something made of it and eat it, allowing me to recover hunger. I'm gonna one block and one ingot. And there. Gonna throw that in there. And now that it's empty, I'm gonna throw all the evil infused in here. Wait until... Actually, I don't have to wait for that to cure. I could just throw that in there. And almost fully cured, so yeah. But if a weapon... But yeah, if it's tasty, it allows me to replace with food, where it turns in durability for hunger. But utilizing, paper, I can get a few modifiers on it. Not enough to make it flat out unbreakable yet. At least, I think. Just checking, large sword, yep. Because it's a pain in the neck to make more. By that I mean a lot of waiting. So yeah, while that's working, I might as well show off the guns that I crafted, because I decided to craft all the guns, aside from the risky ones, aside from the explosive ones. First, rifle and pistol, both of which were from last time, but I did change them up. Mainly I gave them both a medium scope. Rifle is kind of obvious, so it's more of a sniper rifle, and with Optifine I could zoom in on individual pixels, so I could literally shoot people in their eyes. This should kill. Okay, no it doesn't. And then there's the shotguns, which require shells. Oh, I got a skull from that. And the others, the minigun and assault rifle, both have the same strengths and downsides. They're both weaker than the pistol, I believe. Yeah. Pistol is 10 damage, the assault rifle 6, minigun is 4. It's fine. Their rate of fire is... Whew, they shred through ammo. The issue is that you reload them one bullet at a time, which means that it takes a long time to fully reload a gun like that. It should be... Yep. So I can throw that in. And now... 18 damage. And now I could just See, with right clicking. Now it's writable 1. Which means that it doesn't have enough. Oh. It doesn't have enough to be fully unbreakable, but gonna do a refill. And one of the things that I'm thinking about doing, but it's a big maybe, is make fire seeds specifically to be an infinite lava source. Which, lava's nice. A big issue is the fact that, it's risky. Oops. Gonna let those work out. How many modifiers? 4. Which means that it's just one step away from being unbreakable. Okay. Got all that. Oops. Gonna just pop that there. And now the reinforcement modifiers. Throw them there. Okay, I need one more modifier. And how much EXP does this have? Or durability? Um, Gonna throw those in there. Yeah, as the only other example of Tinker's construct being used being the pickaxe, I immediately made into an unbreakable beast, or just unbreakable. Might actually get to show you guys how to repair it, because there are 2 ways. One is using XP, which requires a fluid tank, which actually I don't have an XP. I can make an EXP obelisk. Maybe. Okay, and that's the problem part. A soul machine chassis. Okay. But one of the things I want to find is a battle tower, which actually there's one over here, which is nice. Now there's 2 needed. Allows me to smelt it down and put it in the sharpening kit, which I can use to repair my weapons or tools. Actually, what does this do? I don't know. There we go. Gonna let this build up because not taking that long. Now all I gotta do is throw this in here, and now it's at max. Now you may be thinking it has 500 XP, but only 100 durability. Well, what's needed for a big thing with the reinforced that it takes more hits for it to take durability. See? I did 20 and only taken 1 XP. I think, by the looks of it, the evil aura protects me. As it scares enemies away, which I think is cool. The big drawback with the evil infuse, or with the cleavers in the long run, is the fact that it takes an eternity for you to land a hit, or for you to recover from a hit to be able to, strike again. Okay, I'm already almost at 150 XP. So that means it wouldn't take long before I eventually can slap a new modifier, making this unbreakable. And this isn't even its largest strength, as I can slap quartz on it to give it the sharpness effect. How much XP do I have? Ooh, actually quite close. But Yeah, by the looks of it, an evil aura just saves me from things like that. Where occasionally it just works and there we go. Now it's better. That means I can make it unbreakable. Which also means I can take these apples and throw them in the trash. Hop back in the portal. Actually, might as well deposit my stuff, including my apples. I might as well bring my bucket with me, because hey, never know when you're going to need a bucket. Ah, lag. Why did I do that? And now, it's unbreakable. So I'm gonna go back to the nether and work on getting this better. I don't have to worry about EMC much. Okay, so actually going to quickly tweak some settings. Okay, now now I can see the map, because if you don't know, oh, this is better. If you don't know, the UI for stream is here. That's where my map is. So, with those obvious clickbaits, gonna start off with that, and then boom. Nothing personnel. So what I'm looking for now is a necrotic bone. Okay. Because the necrotic bone gives me lifesteal. Oh no, my sword. Okay, gonna throw those in the bin. And I will replace my guns eventually. Okay, so. Okay, so. Of course, I cannot vein mine like 99% of the fortress. I can vein mine the um rude. Okay, so gonna go to the other one, which I call Fort Big. And you can see by the map, it is big. It is big. Gonna wait for a bit. Gonna wait for um okay, hop in there so the blazes do not see me. Yes, I have the power to one-shot them, but that requires me to get there in the first place. Oh, I see a ton of mobs. Let's see. So, no. So, where in the world are wither skeletons? So, gonna attack down here. Normally, I'd be happy by the lack of, Ooh, of course, none of them had necrotic bones. Oh, lag. So I'm gonna try the other fortress. That's all. I can make that. So I think instead of trying over and over and over and over to get a necrotic bone, gonna set farm it. So, going to go grab a soul vial, and now when I find a wither skeleton, I'm going to pokeball him. Lag. Okay, I see. Now that's a zombie pigman. Yes, I did just use a shotgun for mid-range combat. Ah. Ooh, lag. There we go. Pokeball. Gotta catch 'em all. Of course. I immediately get a necrotic bone. Gonna keep you as a trophy. And because I'm probably gonna need more. Okay, it has no modifiers, so now I'm gonna work on counterfeiting or retrofitting the battle tower. There we go, much better. Retrofitting the battle tower into a. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. One of the kind of annoying things is that the top is inaccessible normally. The reason why is that there's a mob, I believe, called like the Battle Tower Golem or something like that. That's when you kill him, he breaks down the tower. He breaks down most of the tower, a good chunk of the tower. So you don't turn it into a giant mob farm, or at the very least, you have to deal with caution. Willow, calm down. Okay, so instead, I'm taking a soul vial. Hi, Mr. Golem, and boom, he's no longer a problem. Now, to make him into a reformed individual, going to first turn off hitboxes because that's getting kind of annoying. And I'm going to give him a house in the village. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the blacksmiths. So once I drop them off, there we go. See, he loves it. So, now, got some gears. Ooh, redstone alloy. I don't have that yet, but I'll just throw it in the decks. I mean, in the tablet. So, anyways, now, going to keep the top on. Please tell me there's more than. Okay, there's more than just spiders. Okay, good. So, if I just break this spawner, so take out. And there. Now, To avoid problems, I'm gonna block out this. What I'm doing is making sure that they cannot spawn on top of a spawner. Ooh. There we go. So, after that long tangent, I'm going to start working on my legitimate base. And I actually built a bit of it, or on a testing world. So I'm gonna hop into that world so I can show you guys what I'm thinking about doing. Aesthetic wise, of course. The ideas are supposed to be based on like a firehouse. This is going to be a base wall, and this will be a corner piece. It just requires a ton of concrete, a ton of bricks, and the inside is going to be simply polished stone because it's nice. So, yeah, with that as what I want to build. Ooh. I have to find a location, which I want it to be near these, so I could still go to the nether, I could keep my forge there. Okay, so I think that I also want to keep this here as like just something that from time. So I'm gonna go. You know what? Here, it's a nice size. So I'm gonna do this. Start off. with this. Nice and standard. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Are you kidding me? And yeah, this will be at the top. Actually, I'm gonna move the entrance to here. But that's right in the range of annoyingly close to the center that it looks asymmetrical and on purpose. So move that slightly, and now it's better. But something else that I want to make is some of the ender storage ender chests. Which you may think is just normal ender chests, but they have the unique ability to be, well, one, instead of being player by player, it's color. So I'm going to start off by filling in those gaps. I was so used to the flight that I thought it was in creative mode. But once I have it as a flat brick wall, then I can start detailing it. Whether that be changing in the bricks for things like diorite or granite, and even things like using brick stairs. Simple enough, but it looks nice. Oops. Okay. In fact, thinking about it, I am going to change the power. Take 4 polished stone, lag. Actually, I think I know how to fix that. So, so So, where is it? Is it here? No. But yeah, what I'm looking for is a setting that basically says that when do, 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 do. Uh, gonna work on that later. But I think the reason why is because of the fact that I'm using that I have a setting on where whenever I'm indoors, it enters into the cave map. That way, it's no longer from a top down perspective. That way, you can see the interior of your house. Um, so, do I have. No, I don't. So, do I. Of course, I do not. So, got a glass cutter. But yeah, I am changing. Gonna cut those. Completely forgot that I have to craft that. So, using this, I can make a Eye of Redstone, which I think is all I need for where in the world? Oh, there it is. Take that. And the dragon egg is also an EMC thing. So I can turn off all the power. So you can see I cannot fly. Put that on, and now I have 500 power. Yeah. Okay, so gonna chuck the mills in there along with those, and gonna actually get infinite fuel. So I'm going to set up 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think 4 would do. So gonna first grab all the chests that I can. Blaze rods, white wool, and now where in I need obsidian. Okay, throw those there, and okay, so input, and I think 3 outputs. Yeah, 3 outputs being 2 vibration chambers for the Emmy system, and 1 is going to a Sterling generator. Actually, gonna craft 10. Doesn't hurt to have a bit more, and I'm almost definitely going to use them more. Two, three, 4, and I'm gonna grab. What should I do for energy? I'm gonna do yellow. Maybe it's. There we go. Now, all yellow is going to be energy. Now, if I put, say, this here, all of these chests have it.
So my big update is that I did not.
So going to do a transfer node with a transfer pipe, and temporarily I'm just going to do this. So oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. There. Made a mistake. May have completely forgot the fact that it was a dragon egg. And there. So, charcoal. No, not charcoal. No. Gonna use Mark 1. Now, this may look familiar if you know how I make the power, is I hook it up to things like my vibration chamber and stuff like that. Same thing, except instead of hooking up a individual farm to it, I'm hooking up my entire system to it. So, so gonna move that down and oh, I may have forgotten to put a transfer pipe down. So now all the power is going to there. Okay, so with these, now I have power for these. Now, okay, actually, might as well work on the floor. Or finish up the, roof. Or finish up the sides. Okay, okay, Uh, I'll see what that was. No. Sorry about that. Have no idea what that was. Okay, so. Okay, so. Okay, so. Okay. Actually, I'll work on it more off stream, but a priority is storage. Oh, I don't have to right click to refill hunger. Goody. So, first thing I'm going to be making is an ME controller. So I'm gonna go look for a meteorite over here. Okay, so I need four of them. Yeah, it turns out with ME integration, I'm actually able to EMC the stuff that I needed the inscription things for. See, I already harvested these. Okay, so okay, so actually I'm going to okay, now this is getting power. As soon as I could just chuck this in here and not worry about fuel. Okay, so with an ME controller, that's one of the big things. So I'm gonna grab 3 drives. Oops. Doesn't hurt to check. Okay, so I believe. Okay, so it's 16. Okay, this should be done. Yep. Means I have to make an Emmy controller. Never mind, I need. Do I. Do I have it? I think I have it in my chest. Got one.
What's in Dr. Pepper in the fridge? Let him go. You need to hold him. He's okay. He's good puppy. Good puppy.
Okay. Throwing these in, I'll have them start to grow into the pure crystals. Normally it takes an eternity after throwing them in water, but luckily I have this. So it just takes not that long. So, and now got pure crystal. Okay, so now I have an Emmy controller, which means all I need now is a terminal, which I can make. I can EMC it. Crafting terminal. Ah, that's the problem. So, going to get printed quartz or pure quartz. So, okay, so going to go see if I have what was it? Inscriber or calculation? Yeah, calc. Gonna let that heal. So calculation and of my FPS. Um, going to quickly. It is 60 right now. Okay, so I can. Yeah. When when this is finished being made, yep, that means I'm able to take the inscriber and throw that and That's done. I could take those, there's some redstone, and now, ooh, I got a calculation processor. I can actually take off this crafting table and use it, as all it needs is the crafting bench, the terminal, and the calculation circuit. So, and now I can just throw everything in here, as now I have the best storage. Yep. Oh, okay, so I need this. Hi. Thank you for checking out this stream. And play what? That's what I'm doing. Well, currently it's single player, and although I am thinking about making a multiplayer one, but right now I can't let others play. Right, so yeah, because this isn't a server, it's just a world. Not connect. The world itself is connected to the internet. Okay, so I'm gonna make the simple wired charger. So okay, here. Okay, so now I can throw the electromagnet in there. I can make that. Okay, so Yeah, this work. This will work. Okay, so the reason why I got myself the magnet is lag, and it's not gonna get better because I'm going to take a walk with everything that I have. Definitely dropped off a lot of stuff. So, okay, so so now, yep. Okay, going to there it is. Now, if I put in anything, it'll go into that inner chest. It'll go into the in that chest. It'll go into the Emmy system. So, PC Resistance is the farming station. So, going to just turn that off. Wait for it to stop lagging. Now, select this in here so I can start charging again. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing this is, well, uh, I'll just show when I get the harvesting station, or harvest, or whatever it's called, the farming station. I mean, that's the most obvious name. I should have thought about that. Anyways, okay, so there we go. How much of the of okay, I have enough grains of infinity, which is good. That's what I need. Okay, the slice and splice is the next thing I want to make. It requires three. I'm just counting the amount of grains of infinity I need. It requires three. So I need that to make the farming station, which also requires three. So I need six. Perfect. Okay, so I need a Solitude dye blend. Okay, the reason I put the dead bushes in there are for the organic dye blend, and the soul powder is solarium. Okay, so organic black dye requires coal powder and any slime, so I can make that now. Okay, so that's one. Yeah, I have enough. Gonna wait until that finishes, and then I'll finish making the dye blend. Okay, now I throw those in there. And then once I have the these, I can make a slice and splice, which I have to use to craft another. Okay, so I got those, and because with the farming station, it requires Z logic controller, which requires a slice and splice. So, oh no, uh, there we go. So slice and splice just requires that, which I have a few skulls. So, gonna take this decapitated part of a creeper, as everyone has. Um, and yeah, iron bars. So this, and then oh, I need a comparator, which requires more grains of infinity. Yay! Okay. Ah, it's redstone. Okay, so I put that in, and the second comparator is going to go in the farming system. So, do I have any zombie heads? Of course I don't. So, it's a good thing that I just so happen to have a weapon which has a stat of decapitation. Okay, saw a zombie down here, might as well. There we go. Might as well. Me no like. Me no like. Whew. Okay, so if I remember correctly, you two silicon, grab two of those, two solarium, and then now it's working. And with the Z logic, I should have everything I need to make a farming station. Okay, two pulsing into vibrant. Boom. Yeah, that's why I made a whole new chest, whole energy chest. So I'm going to take. Where in the world did I put it? So, hmm. Piston. That's what I was forgetting. And now it has power. Okay, so. Okay, so. Okay. Oh, so far so good. Okay, so yeah, I'm playing some modded. Gonna go to the forge so I can make a it's called a matic. It's basically an unbreakable hoe. It's a hoe that'll make out of paper and therefore make unbreakable. I made it too much, so I know how to make it. Yeah, Galacticraft sounds fun. It sounds too complex and taxing for my computer. So I just assembled a ton of mods, which I love, and yeah, here we are. Okay, so the matic is this, and boom. Now, as you can probably guess, as been tradition, going to take 10 gold ingots and obsidian number of yes. Wait for that to melt down, and then I can make this matic unbreakable so the farming station can permanently work. Oh, yeah, almost forgot to get an output. Configure IO. Now the push is in here. So that means that the output of the farming station will be brought to my Emmy system. Gold should be ready. It is. Goody. When when the gold gets like this, well, actually finishes getting made into a cast, I can surround it with obsidian to make it reinforcement modifiers. So I can make, and with 5 modifiers, which is what making an item entirely out of paper gives, it makes the item unbreakable. And the benefit and the big thing is that as a drawback, using the item in, well, the farming station, using the item takes away durability. I mean, that's kind of how durability works. You use it, you lose it. So, making something completely unbreakable makes it where I don't have to worry about losing it. So, gonna harvest all these crops, break that, gonna let that decay away naturally. And now Gonna actually move my bed to leg. Gonna move my bed to my new house. Oh, hi. I got a creeper head. Nice. And now, as it's day, yep, you can see already that it's starting to grow the crops really fast. I'm gonna chuck all these in and gonna continue working on the house. Got a ton of polished stone, and you know what? I'm gonna make it easier by making a shovel. I could make an unbreakable one through Tinker's Construct, but I think that'll be a waste. When compared to, say, an unbreakable pickaxe, because there isn't much use. Because, yeah, grass path is nice. So once I take out the grass, or just the floor, I can then move it to. I could then replace with polished stone, which I think just looks nice. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick check. Okay, so that is Mark 6. I can make another one. Yay! And I can make a Mark 5, but I'm gonna wait for that. So, first, now I'm making a lot more. Ooh, creeper. Uh, I got ammo in my Emmy system. Okay, so I think it's working. Okay, so with that all done and dusted, now I can start working on the floor. But yeah, one of the things I want to do with this base is to show how some modded uh, stuff can be used for decoration. So of course, priority with this base or with this is to be efficient. So the decoration is not going to take much space. So actually, I might as well quickly do the one the decoration that I have in the world, or in the one where I shown the palette of it, how it's going to look. Definitely needs to make it one block higher. Because then The idea, if you can't see it, is as supposed to be a garage door. But to make it look even better, or to make it actually look good, I'm going to give it a pull string.
Come on, guys, outside. Let's go. Come on. Cody, come on. Willow, Fiona, let's go outside. Okay, guys. Come outside. Cody, come on. Well, that's us. They gotta go outside because we're gonna be shit. Come out, you can. Willow, come on, Riley.
Okay, moving it up slightly. Now, now it looks like a garage door that you would pull to bring up or down. Anyways,
Hang on a second.
okay. I think once I'm done building, really there's only one thing that I have not done, and that's kind of meh. And the basics of it is that it was fire seeds, so I can have basically automatic lava farm. That'll go to the that'll go to Tinker Construct and things like that. But to be blunt, once I make an unbreakable set of tools and all that, Tinker's construct did not have much use. So I think that should be fine with the current method, the automatic method. And yeah, uh, the- okay, so the last bit. As you know, the ultimate spawn proof is yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm in a version where brick walls do not exist, which is fine.
Can you take all of the fluff from Marley's toy and throw it away and put all of Marley's toys back in his toy box?
So now my place has one-way exits. Though I think by using just a bit of quartz, will not only break up the shape, but it also makes it so spiders cannot enter my home. So, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm just changing it. So, Sorry about that. Uh, Probably know the drill. If you like what you see, feel free to hit me with a follow. If you're watching this from YouTube, feel free to hit this with a like, comment, and even a subscribe. But yeah, you probably know the drill. So, depending on, well, either way, I'll be seeing it within the week, whether that be on Saturday on QESMP or next Wednesday on another stream back here. So, you you probably know the rest. Into the indie, signing out.